And then for the recording, this is game 4. This will decide which one of us is at the final table almost certainly. We've got Tyrannix and the twofold Ascara and the Hadron Smithy on one side. We've got Prime, Reactor Monk, and now I have to make my third critical pick. What are your costs down? 2, 2, and 4. So I think you'd be more than happy to take this 3 on the Arha Sensei. I'll take that away.
I don't appreciate that, but it is what it is.
It is exactly what it is, and it's exactly what you would have done. And that would have been a team I wanted. That is who I most wanted, because I don't want a team of all 3s and or 4s, so I have to take a 2 to feel good about myself. The Bomber actually has some really cool plays, so I'll go with it.
Yeah, if somebody has a swarm of cultists, it could be a nice way to board wipe.
Or if you can just get in like a super powered treasure thing and get in the most inconvenient place and blow everything up. So let's take a look at my center row and find what am I going to draft first. I'll hit play all. So just the way that we normally do this on here is we hit play all every turn, and then every card is considered in your hand until you use its resources or say you're using its ability. It just makes the script behave really well.
Yeah, I watched enough playthroughs. I might even have seen one of yours. It's good advice to use all the scripting buttons if you can.
Alrighty. Well, there's all kinds of good stuff up here. This Keeper of Secrets is screaming at me because we have a really cheap set of row. But the long-term benefit of buying power is hard to underestimate. So I'm going to start with a Thicket Familiar, and then I'll reevaluate. Reevaluating off of that with this particular team. And I'm against that particular team. I'm just going to go for the Land Talker. I'm going to get myself the standard Ascension, get your resources before you do your other stuff strategy. I have 3 power to command, and I can expect to have 3 power next turn as well. So I will just get my Arha Sensei moving down this path, and I will hit end turn, and now the chess clock should be live.
All right. I will play all. Alright. So I have 1 command plus the 4 from the banner. So I have 4 runes and 5 command points. I'm pretty excited about that Keeper Secrets.
Fits with your twofold. Alright, so, and then you'll have to manually take a treasure from the bag here. The easiest way is just type
Does it matter which bag, or they're all randomized?
These are miniatures, so this one that says 24 treasure, you'll have to just hold over that bag and type 1, and it'll put 1 straight into your hand. You'll have to flip it manually with F. It takes a moment to go as well.
So if I hit F, will you see it or not?
I will not. It's in your hand, so it'll be completely hidden from me. It'll just show me a little question mark rotating around.
Okay. Oh, oops. Oh no. I accidentally dropped
it. It came back, so it's right here. Okay. Pick that up and put it in your hand without flipping it.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it reset it, so that's nice, because I threw it into the ether.
It's not in your hand yet, by the way.
It is not?
Yeah, it's sitting like just to the side of your hand, so if you want to hit 1 on it again, it'll pick it back up to your hand. And then,
now it's over my IGN, or actually not my IGN, it's my Steam ID, which I don't really use, but it's fine.
All
right. Now on to commanding.
It occurs to me that headphones work better if you plug the jack in. So,
or unless you want to make them super wireless and not functional, but it's all good.
Well, there just might be a little bit of audio weirdness at the beginning of that video because it would have been picking up the speakers back again, but whatever. It's okay.
A little latency never killed anybody. All right, for the first one, I'll get Mechana Initiate out. There you go. 1, 2, 3. And I'll get Ascara out.
Alrighty.
Over to you.
And then I have a 5-3 hand, which gives me all sorts of options, but most of them are not overly excitable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Void Rager and see what flips. And it's this Wild Bark, and the Wild Bark can be very, very annoying for opponents. So I will definitely take the Wild Bark. Its ambush effect is I get to put a forest on the battlefield. On this particular map, the standard is to put the forest over here because it makes it really annoying for you to get to that side shrine now. And with my 3 power, I will make my Arma
There's no way to burn
Sensei.
down the forest tiles, is there?
There is no way to burn them down in this particular version. There are a couple of ways to get rid of them. There's 2, or to gain them. There are 2 Wild Barks, and there's a card that every time you play it, you get to put a forest adjacent to a forest. I've tried to convince them it should be adjacent to 2 forests, so it doesn't get super stupid. Yep. We'll see if they listen to that advice. And I have spent my 5. I have used my 3. My turn is complete.
All right. I do a play all, and I have 4 runes and 3 command points. I'm going to take a Void Speaker and the Scrap Weaver. I don't think 1 damage is going to hurt you unless you have a cultist on the board, which
I sure don't.
You do not.
You've done 1/10 of the necessary on my sensei.
Yeah, so your sensei is fine. He just feels like a stiff breeze, but shrugs it off.
Absolutely.
All right, over to my 3 command points. I will activate Mechana and go 1, 2 into the forest.
Alright, that's all 3.
That's it.
Solid. Alright, I feel a little dirty. In fact, I might even feel a lot dirty. So here's my hand. I can do some damage with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 spending power, and all my champions have additional damage. You have a treasure in your hand, so there's that to worry about. I have 4 power. I do have my allegiance on the Thicket Familiar. And so here is what I am going to do. I am going to start by... Yeah, that's just so annoying to do that. I think I will. I will buy Tane for 6. His ambush ability is I get to put one of my champions deployed onto a forest. I will deploy Prime to right over here. And then
I got hurt by my own cleverness.
I will spend one of my additional runes on the Clockwork Blade. And now I will activate my Prime with 3 power. So he is dealing a grand total of 5 damage to your Mechana Initiate.
How much?
5. If you have any defense token, you can potentially save him. I have a treasure as well. All right. Is he dying, or do we have a?
I'm going to do something actually.
Okay.
So you're swinging for 5.
I am swinging for 5 against a 4. We might get into a treasure battle.
I'm going to play a treasure.
Okay.
I reveal mine, I presume?
Yep. You have now strike back. Ooh, that is not what I wanted to see. So my prime will be taking 5 right back in the face. So we are in fact going to get into a treasure battle. I thought you were going to defend yours. I will defend mine. And now both treasures are down. And your guy will die.
Oh, I fought valiantly.
Yes, and you made me use one of my important tricks. Now for the second part of Prime's activation, I am going to have him back up and pick up this treasure, and he gets his slay effect to return the clockwork blade to my hand. The slay effect gives me this clockwork, and who do I want the clockwork to be on? I think I want it on the Arha Sensei, because a Sensei with strike back is very annoying. You normally have to hit him a couple of times, like with a double strike or something, and as a result, he gets to do the same kind of thing. I will then spend the rest of my runes. I had, 9 a second ago, and I've spent 7. So I have 2. I see absolutely no reason to leave you a Dreamscape Diviner. It works perfectly for your little Ascara. That's, since I needed 3 power to use Prime, that's it. That's all I got.
Alright. Well, I still think it was worth me throwing the strike back early, because I thought there was a good chance. At least I made you burn your token, so.
Yeah, I think so too. Strike back has very limited range of use, and making me get rid of my I feel good about this is kind of annoying.
Alright, so I have just my 2 command from my banner, plus 5 runes. I'm going to take the Arbiter of the Precipice.
It's early, that's a great card.
And it's
Command
and
someone
it has an
for
ambush
free.
ability free. So that actually helps a little bit, because I was lacking in command points. So now I have a free, plus I have 2. So for the free, I'm going to take the big gun.
That seems the most efficient way to use it.
One, 2, 3. And then I will activate Ascara. One, 2, 3. I've done everything I can do, and return.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to start by equipping my Arha Sensei with his second piece of equipment. So now he has 7 attack, 14 defense, and he has no slow from forest, strike back. I will spend 3 power on him right away to go 1, 2, 3, since I'm not slowed by forest, and kill your Ascara.
Okay, what was the attack total?
The attack total is 7.
That is enough.
Alright. Give me my shrine. I was planning to sit over here in the corner with him, but then you started bringing the one answer to him, so I'm going to run away. And then with my 2 runes, I will grab the blast goggles. Don't mind if I do. And I needed 3 power for Sensei. 1 power does me nothing. Back to you.
Okay. I will play all. Okay. I will use the Keeper of Secrets and banish a card from hand and get rid of an apprentice. And I can now take a card. It says I can acquire a card that costs 3 or less, put it in the hand. I'm going to grab the Temple Librarian.
Okay.
Now, will I get
You
will I
will
get the bottom text too?
You will
I
get.
think I will.
You'll get both of it. So you'll get the ambush
Yeah,
for
but-
acquiring it, and then you'll stick it in your hand. So after you hit take, just
Yeah.
move it from your discard to your play.
Yep. And then just drag that over.
Yep. And which card would you like to get rid of with the? You can hit play all again. Yeah.
But yeah,
Which card do you want with your ambush effect?
I will get rid of this apprentice. Get the other apprentice. All right. And now I have the bottom text, which is acquire a card that costs 4 or less for free.
Yep.
I'll take the Control Smith.
All right.
All right, now I'm done doing shenanigans.
Now it's just the other side.
Yeah. All right, so what am I left with?
5
3,
power.
5. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get Hedron Smith out on the board. Hope that's not him. And McKenna. And pass.
Alrighty. So I just realized I've bought 2 constructs so far this game with the Reactor Monk not using his discount and had things I wanted that money on, so I've done a good job. I promise. Void Rager gives me a draw. I'm going to try to point it out so I don't forget again. My champions have extra power. I have 5 to spend. And there are a lot of things I can do with 5 to spend. All of them involve me getting this Verdant Elemental, so I will take that for 1 and command a Cultist for free. And that's what I was hoping for. So even though I only have 4 runes, I pay 1 less for a construct. So the All-Seeing Eye was perfectly timed. It allows me to pick that up and give +5 damage to all of my Enlightened champions and manage to command him for free. So my Arha Sensei can go do some things. I expect you to be able to do revenge things if I hop over and kill Tyrannix. So what I'm going to do instead is use my free command on Prime. So Prime has 5 power and 1, 2, 3, 4 movement, and will hit the Mechana Initiate for 5, 6, 7 damage since I had a Void Rager.
That is enough. McKenna goes down again, not having a good day.
Alright, and now I get the Prime Slay effect of return a construct from my discard pile to my hand, which I can immediately equip to the Arha Sensei, giving him -1 command cost, no, -2 command cost.
What's it costing 1 for him now? What's the
So,
total command?
yeah, Arha Sensei only costs me 1 to command now. The important thing was here I didn't have enough to command him until now, and I need to go up and hit your Tyrannix before it's too late. He has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 5, so he has 14 damage.
Alright, you swinging now?
Oh, absolutely. 14 should do the trick.
Yep.
I feel bad about it, but that was the easiest way to protect my Arha was to combine the Prime trigger. Leave you with very few champions with which to swing. And I'm out of power. Well, I have 1, but it's useless, and I'm out of runes. So back to you.
Alright, Jim. Let's see what I can do. Alrighty, so let me first look. I've got the Arbiter. And alright. And I have not a lot of runes left yet. before the draw. Let's see what happens. Let's see what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going to use the Arbiter of the Precipice to see what I can shake up here. So I will draw 2 cards. And then play those cards. And it's not that complicated.
And then which one's going away?
Yeah. I'm actually going to throw the militia away.
Okay.
And then now with 4 runes, I'm going to take something I never want you to have, which is this review. Just total hate drafting. It doesn't synergize yet, but maybe
it works with Mechana Initiate too, so take that and run with it.
Yeah. I'm not like totally just buying a rainbow here. I'm trying to do something eventually, and you're also not like we're skirmishing right now. We're not throwing points up left and right every turn. So.
No, we're just buying time to build some decks.
Yep. So I'm done buying, and now I have 5 command points. I can't move Terranex anyway, so all I can do is my 2 heroes. And also, there is some good news here. Because I bought a card that costs 4 more or less, Hedron Smithy has, what's it called?
Double attack.
Double attack.
Yes, 2 attack phases.
Yeah. So let me just see who I can do the what.
Prime needs to take 4 damage, so you could use both hits on Prime and take it out. If you hit Arha Sensei at all, Arha Sensei has 7 damage and 14 health and has strike back, so he would deal 7 damage to you each instance of hitting him.
Okay. And so strike back gets doubled too, then you're saying? It's not just a one-time...
The first strike back would kill Hadron Smithy at his current state, and he would never even get the second attack off.
Yep, okay. Well then, we will just do something rather than nothing.
Bye, Prime.
So, against Prime. So
Bye,
that's...
Prime.
What? Okay.
You'll have to do both hits, because it'll take 3 and then another 3, but it'll totally work.
Yep. And now I'm going to activate. Right, because I haven't moved.
I don't mind if you don't want your point, but I assume you do.
Guys, because you can't like move, attack, move, but I didn't move. I just attacked, and then I still have my 3
attack,
moves,
attack,
so
move. Totally okay.
Yeah. All right, and now I have Psyche Ascara, so I will activate that, and then 1, 2, 3, and that's really all I can do.
Alrighty. So first thing I need to do is assign my blast goggles to someone, and I'm going to assign the blast goggles to the reactor monk. I don't think I want to keep puffing everything into Sensei, even though that could be hysterical. And when I play it, I draw a card.
I like the Johnny One Trick, what kind of Frankenstein overkill can I make? I mean, that is kind of my jam.
There are cards in the center row designed to kill that.
There are ones that blow up all the constructs. Or
I do not have my allegiance, so I have 4 to spend, and I have 4 to kill, and I don't have my other allegiance either. So I will spend 3 on a Dragon's Eye. I have 1 left, which is going to be completely useless. And with my 3 power, I will command my 1-trick pony to head to the center and smack your Hadron Smithy for 7.
That is enough. Is my fan driving you crazy, Joe, or is it?
Nope, I can't hear it at all, actually.
All right, then something's working. Then. All right.
And
Cool.
that should be all I've got. So back to you.
All right.
Oh, I guess it wasn't. Unless you want, do you want to allow me to do my thing? Because I forgot. Arha Sensei only cost 1.
Yeah. No new information has been revealed. If I had like flipped cards,
so
then
Arha Sensei only took
then
1 of my 4, so I had another 3. Prime was still dead, but I could put the reactor monk and start doing something with him. And now it's all you.
This is a friendly war, all right?
A friendly war. Okay. Well, I was going to give you the opportunity to say it's a tournament. You made a small error. Ha!
We're playing a world championship for a game that isn't released, so it can't be that for realsies, right?
Fair enough. That's how I tend to play it too.
I'm just trying to get a feel for the game because I know I like deck builders and Ascension and things. This is kind of different, so I figured if I just immerse myself in it, I'll get to know if I really want to spend time and money into it.
And hopefully all the viewers will as well and find out whether this is the feel they want. I love the deck building. I don't so much like the I beat you upside the face and ruin all your planning.
Yeah.
I feel bad on both sides of that.
I generally like deck builders. Dominion doesn't really do it for me because it just feels like it's just a lot of math and there's not as much tactics to it. But
I actually feel like if I get to a high enough level in Dominion when I play someone else's good, we both just sort of make our plan at the beginning, and it comes down to who got their draw order right the quickest, and then it explodes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like to have some more like just tactics and a little bit of more randomness just to make it interesting. But
all right, so what do you have going on with that nonsense?
I can do some fun stuff. I can put the next construct I acquire on top of my deck, which is really nice.
Now you just need to find a construct.
And I can acquire a card that costs 4 less for free, which would help Hedron, except he's exhausted. So those are the funky things going on. Alright, so I've got a 4 for free, and I have 5 runes, and no synergies. For my free 4-coster, I'm going to take the Inferno Templar.
That is a spectacular card. That's
So
easily one of my favorite.
It seems pretty solid. So I'm going to take that, and then I can banish a card that I played this turn.
Yep. I'd spend 4 just for the 2 and 2, honestly. The extra banish doesn't take up a deck slot. That's amazing. Turn an apprentice into 4 resources instead of 1.
So I'm going to throw away an apprentice, but I still actually have 5 to buy.
You sure do.
Oops.
It's all good.
So
after once, I'll just not click again.
no worries. It took me a while to realize like how to open and close the void properly. Like, oh, you just wait for the little red pop-up button thingy. All right, so
for a long time, I
left,
right-clicked and hit state 2.
I will take for 2. I'm going to take the Iron Elemental.
All right, ambush
command
cultist.
Cultist for free.
Surprise! It's a cultist.
One, two. I'll go this way. 1, 2, 3. I still have 3 left. Someday I'm gonna have a constructor, unless you take them all from me, Joe.
I am certainly trying to, because you have Tyrannix that relies on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take the. I'm gonna calling this the wench priest. So please excuse that. I'm not trying to offend you.
That's
There we
fine.
go.
I'm going to call him Brother Marius because I can't help it.
All right, it's all good. We
That was
all
his
have
original
our
name, and I don't know
issues.
why they changed him.
All right, so I bought everything I could. And I have 4 command. I will go.
Since you were nice enough to let me use my Reactor Monk, I'll make sure you notice you've played an Enlighten card.
Yeah, I just was looking at that. I can activate Ascara for free. I'm just looking, going, wait a second. I know I have at least 1 Enlightened, and I just spotted it. So that actually makes life much easier.
It sure does.
So, because I know I'm playing a little bit of rainbow here, but I thought I had 1 there. So now we'll do that, and I will go 1, 2, 3. Do I want to do it that way? It was here, right?
Yes, you were there. 1, 2, 3 to get on
I'll
that
go the long way.
annoying forest.
1. Can I go? Can I go in this hex?
This is not a
movement space?
complete hex. It's not part of the board.
All right, so then I really have no path other than this.
Yeah, that's why
fine.
that forest ambush is so just brutal.
All right,
Really
so I
makes
have
that
not
side
used,
slow. Still got.
And I said 4. I have
4.
actually 4 left. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, and McKenna has a +1 this turn too. Because I have.
+2 movement, yeah.
Yep.
So it's either a slow, powerful Tyrannix or a fast, monstrous Initiate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the shit.
And then a cultist, I suppose.
Cultist. Yeah.
A different cultist.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You can go 5 if you'd like.
then-
He has +2 from
Oh,
that.
was it 5? All right.
Yeah, +2 boots and 3 base. It's great.
All right, and then. Done.
Alright. I have a ton of stuff to work with. I have 6 power. I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that just 10? 10 to spend. And I'm going to start with my personal no-brainer, which is the Vine Weaver. My constructs are doing a ton of work for me, so I have to get that away from you. That'll leave me with 7. And the Shade of Sidranus, being able to double my power and my champions deal double damage. Oh, it's all conditional on did I draw him with an actual power hand. I'm always going to have 2 from the command banner, so he's never going to really suck. I'm not going to get any use out of his double damage this turn ambush, but that's one of the easier ways for you to take out my sensei. So I'm going to take the Shade of Sidranus. I have 1 left, which is quite annoying for you because I have a Reactor Monk. So not only do I have 1 rune, I have 1 discount on, or 1 towards a construct. And I feel really, really bad about that flip. Just enough to buy it, 4 damage to a champion. And how much health does Mr. Initiate have? I believe he has 4. And the Initiate's the one I'm most worried about, so I'm going to kill him with the 4 damage from the ambush. That was just a pile on. Thanks, Center Row. Thanks, Heart of the Cards. Anything to cancel that, or is that just a dead Initiate?
I can't. How are you killing him?
Oh, so check my discard pile. This Shadow Star over here. When I
Yep.
purchase it, I deal 4 damage to an enemy champion
Got it.
just for
Got
purchasing
it.
it.
That was the one you just picked up
That was
on the
just
flip.
the narrowest margin of getting, because I spent
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
6, had 1, and 1 towards a construct.
Yeah, and I was really excited I would finally get a construct because
And
I've
then
been
my
building my
reactor
deck
monk
around them, and you
did a
swipe
cool
it. Yeah,
thing.
so yeah, that. Yep, and that's already tapped out. All right,
Yep,
that's
so
too
3
bad.
power, reactor monk's gonna keep closing up, and Prime is also going to go for a little jaunt. And that is all my power. I didn't use any of my champions have +1 and then double power. That was completely unnecessary. And I'm done.
All right. I actually have a very synergized deck, which is interesting. Like super synergized. 3 Mechanic cards just popped up.
Good thing the initiate's down, I guess.
Yep. Alrighty. I can actually afford to lose a militia because I'm sitting on a ton of command, so I can actually do this. So,
Okay.
So I can throw the militia away.
Throw the militia and acquire a 3 or less to your hand. You got several options.
I will take actually a Mystic
Okay.
to hand. That was for my free one. I don't know if you were following that.
Yep. That's from that Keeper's Secret, so we'll just throw it over
Yeah,
here.
so that should be it.
That should work. Yep. Now it's in the zone.
And that lets me get to a 4.
Sure
is what I was trying to
does.
do.
Which I think you like a lot better than the other options.
Yeah, the 3s were not making me really excited.
The Dogs of War is one of the highest rated cards in this set. I've been disappointed I haven't picked it up yet. Just because they're so often for the back half of the game that you're always smashing a champion of the other side almost every hand.
I would take the Hunter, but I don't have any ranged champions.
The Hunter is absolutely broken in the right circumstances. But
Yeah.
I would predict the Dogs are your best bet. I am uncertain
Yeah.
if that is true. All depends on how the game plays out.
Yeah. I took the Dogs.
And then
Alrighty.
you have tons of power to work with. What is that? 3,
Yeah,
4, 5, 8, 9, 10?
I have 10.
Alright, 10 to work with. That's some stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and Ascara will not activate. Oh, actually, let me see. Will she?
Ascar is free.
Yeah,
You play the
Ascara is
Keeper?
free because of the Keeper. All right, so that's pretty nifty. And how dangerous is your Reactor Monk?
he's actually quite dangerous because he has a construct on him, making him a 7/9. He is doing a lot more work in this game than I've ever given him credit for in the past.
I moved Tyrannex.
All right. That's 6 left.
Yes. I have to check the scores now. Alrighty. I'm gonna do this second. I'm gonna move these guys first because I have a lot. I have too much.
You
I
have
have
tons.
I have
you have 2
tons of things
cultists
to
and a
move.
smithy, and an Ascara for free.
Yes.
2 cultists, smithy, Ascara. There's no reason not to use it all
Right.
that I'm aware of. Maybe there is. I just don't know of
No.
it.
How much does the reactor monk have a speed bonus?
The reactor bunk has absolutely no speed bonus. He is currently just sitting at his 7 power, 9 defense. I'm going to go passively sit in the zone for a while kind of tank.
Yep. I'm just gonna run up here and grab a point.
Solid.
Okay.
Free points
That was
from free
free.
commands all the way across is great.
Yeah.
Alright, so 2 cultists and then a smithy.
Well, I'm gonna race the cultists. Whoops. Wrong guy.
Tyrannix is just
1,
huge.
2, 3. Yes,
He's
it's hard
anxious to go into battle.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, and now the smithy
and
has
then-
room if he wants to go wherever.
Yes. And I think he moves 4. Or is it 5 actually? No, he doesn't.
3
He doesn't
for
move.
Smithy.
No. Yep.
Initiates
he
the
just
good
moves
one
3.
with the speedy.
I think I've spent everything now.
You have spent everything, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Alright, first thing I'm going to do is equip my reactor monk. I believe, yeah, I'm going to equip my reactor monk with... this might be a mistake. I'm doing it anyway. With Dragon's Eye. So now he is a 10-11, and he is going to take a step forward using just the militia and the command banner to hit your Ascara for 10 damage.
Okay.
Alright, then that triggers the slay effect on the Dragon's Eye, so I can draw another card.
I rotated the wrong character.
And then Dreamscape Diviner I'm now going to play, which will give me a draw a card, and it'll set off my allegiance to give a champion +2. I'm going to give those +2 boots to the Prime, I believe. Maybe not, because Prime doesn't have quite enough power to be commanded. I've already used 3 power this turn. Those have been used. That's been used. So all I've got left is a free cultist, some power there. So I might as well go ahead and use my free cultist right now and put the Verdant officially on the table. I have 3 to spend, 4 if I buy constructs. So I'm going to just keep blasting the constructs and take Blast Goggles using my Reactor Monk in 1. I have 2 left to pick up a Void Rager. And then I have total of 2 power left, which is either my Nihil Bomber or a different cultist, and there's no reason not to use my Nihil Bomber himself with those +2 boots I was just talking about. I need to figure out where they're going. Can't give it to
So I have a
Prime.
question. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
How do the clocks work relative to the total game? I don't know how this is working.
So when it's your turn, your clock is the
Yep.
one that's ticking down. If it comes down to where there is a timeout on the table, whoever's clock ran out first would get the forfeit, as opposed to the current score.
Okay, because I thought they were just saying like, oh, when you run to time, then
It's
The player
basically
finishes their
inconsequential to us as long as we manage to finish.
yeah.
They're mostly for the later tables. They're going to have to really push that time limit. So
I'm not trying to slow play you. This is my second game. So.
Oh, you're perfectly fine. I have no problem with it, and I'm reasonably quick playing overall. I'm not the fastest.
Yeah.
I'm not Shadow. And then it is back to you. And when your timer runs out, we'll just reset it. It's not important, really.
Okay.
If they call time on us,
Alrighty.
that'll determine it, but it won't matter. We should be able to play it out. We've got, what, 40 minutes left on the clock overall?
Yeah, acquire a card will cost 4 or less. Yay! I'm going to acquire a construct.
Yay, a
Finally.
construct has been thinged.
I've been trying to get one the whole game. So that does
And
something.
it's a particularly good one. That's one of my favorite constructs by far.
Alright, so that was important. So that's done. And now I'm going to do the Arbiter of the Precipice
Okay.
and draw 2 cards and banish. So, draw, play all.
I will open the
And now
portal
I
of
need to-
doom.
Yeah, keep the portal open, but I just want to look and see if there's a big difference between the 5s and the 4s. I kind of think there is. Yes, because there's a champion up on the board.
There's a free command and there's a champion up. And it's a 9/9 move your portal closer to the center kind of champion.
Yeah. So that will tell me.
Does that mean we're actually going to eat a Void Speaker?
I think so.
Okay.
Or yeah, I think I will actually sack that.
Bye, Void Speaker.
so-
Hello, Core.
Unless I was going to swing this round. I'm going to let it go.
Okay.
Maybe it's a crazy move.
Little one, little another. The long term is kind of where we're still only at 5 points. You have time to work your deck. I feel
So
like
I'm gonna grab
overall the
this guy.
table presence, you need something to swing it back for you.
Yeah.
And that is definitely a great champion in order to make that attempt. All right,
So I've
so
spent
all you've got left
everything
is 2
now.
power.
Yeah.
And your defeated person is free, but oh well.
I will activate the cultist to grab the treasure.
No! Good choice, though. I want that treasure very badly. I'm actually really surprised at myself for having grabbed so few treasures so far.
So I've done everything I can, and I will pass to you, sir.
Alright, so first thing I have is a Void Rager, draw a card. Then I have these blast goggles that I can equip, which will let me draw another card. And the defense on Prime versus your guys is mostly inconsequential. So, thing with a guy and a place and a thing. Making him move up that far doesn't do the trick. I will put the blast goggles on Prime, take my draw, and see what happens. I have a Vine Weaver, so I get to draw again. And now I have a Shadow Star that I can make someone scarier. I'm going to use the Shadow Star on the Arha Sensei, actually. Make sure that he is all sorts of terrifying, if he wasn't terrifying enough before. And the Shadow Stars got absorbed into his pile of constructs. So let's re-equip all of these from a slightly further away. There, that worked. He now has 11 attack and 14 defense.
That's insane.
He's my dude. And then I have 4 to
That's why he's the man in
spend.
the middle.
And with 4 to spend, I think I need to get Ulan off of here before it does something bad to me. Hey, you have a chance, sir. You have a chance. Which means I need to make really good decisions here with what I do for the rest of my turn. My 1 rune or 2 for constructs isn't going to be any good. I have 4, 5, 6, 7 power to work with. I'm quite certain that part of that is going to be Prime. So here's 3 to command Prime. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know 2 of that is going to be on a cultist to just step forward and take a little bit better control of this center. Alright, so of my 7, there went 4, 5, 6 of it. Is that right? No, 5 of it. 5 of my 7, which means I really just have 1 guy left. My Arha Sensei is going to go kill Tyrannix before he loses all of his constructs. Is that a good idea? I'm just going to roll with it.
I'm okay with you taking that back and just hanging out on top.
Nope, it's fine. The only scary part is once you kill all my constructs, I won't have strike back, and Core can potentially come mess with my face, and probably will, and move your thing. But I want Tyrannix off the board before he moves into a more dangerous position I can't contest. So Tyrannix, assuming you don't have a ridiculous amount of defense that I don't know about.
I'm not revealing any tokens at this time, Joe, so I will take the hit.
Alright, and then that's him, that's everything, and score my points, move it on forward.
Okay.
And did this buzzer ever make sounds at you?
It did, but...
Should they stop?
Should I do something with it? They stopped.
Okay, then all is well. He had sent me a message saying, hey, if that buzzer doesn't stop, you can reset it. He wasn't exactly sure what it would do.
So I have some decisions to make. I'm starting off the board with 5, 6, 7 runes, plus a free, plus the next construct on top of my deck, plus a cultist for free. But sadly, no commands. Just the 2 from the banner, unless something happens.
Keeper.
Yep. first, I'm going to spend 4 runes and do what you don't want me to do, but you know I'm going to do.
Alright, Arha Sensei is losing his 1, 2, 3, 4 powered up construct combo. Alrighty.
Alright,
He is now just a
that's-
310 and he looks far, far weaker than he ever has before.
So I've used 3 plus 1. Now I will actually banish the remaining apprentice and then
Okay.
use the free, right? So there.
That seems solid.
And now I can grab a 3, and there's a nice draw card up there, the Ludless Eye. Grab that.
Alright. And then that goes straight to hand, so it can go straight to play. That
And I'll
should be
play
in the
that.
zone. 2 cards.
Now I have to draw 2 cards. 1, 2.
There we go, much better.
I was digging.
So at this point, I believe you have these 4 are spent.
Oops.
So you have an apprentice left. You have a free cultist I don't think you ever moved, which I guess...
No, I used that. I used that apprentice to get the thing to kill your. This one I used too. Oh.
Oh, I got it. The Iron Elemental is unused because Control Smith has 3.
Yes.
Got it.
Why
You
can't
can
I
just
draw
hit
this
play
back?
all again. It'll put him back somewhere. Alright, so those
Yeah,
2 are
so
done.
those-
They purchased. Everything else is still
Is
doing things.
available.
That's the most common way that we mark what effects
Yeah.
are left.
Sure, sure. Well, this is becoming kind of a tricky turn, but
I think awesome is the word you're looking for.
yeah, I like it because it's starting to see like the Frankenstein monster is finally starting to do something. I still have 4 runes left. What can I do with those? I'm gonna take Dreamwalker.
I love Dreamwalker. That's a great card.
All right, now I'm really, for realsies, done buying stuff. Now I'm gonna start moving my dudes around.
Alright, here comes the pain. So first things first is
Oh,
that
I
Iron
have a-
Elemental.
let me do the free cultist.
Yep. Prime has 6 defense if it matters.
And cultists only have 2 attack.
And cultists have 2 attack.
Yeah. For my free activation, I'll go there.
Okay. You can still take
That's my
control of the shrine with pure numbers.
Yes. You can still run in with your bomber and blow stuff up, but
I might hit my prime in the process, and that would be annoying.
yeah.
I've not got to use the bomber. Every time it's been used against me, it's been spectacular. Every time I've tried to use it, he's just kind of been there as a, well, maybe you'll do it. Once I actually had a guy against me do it with enough constructs that gave just power that he could blow up every turn without killing himself.
Alright, so now I'm just down to... This doesn't do anything. This is done. So I have just 5 left of command. I'll take another cultist. That's not a cultist.
That's cultist.
Oh, there's a cultist. Oh, and go there.
Alright. That will definitely get the
Now-
point.
And now I have 3 more command, and I'm going to bring core out.
Can I make a recommendation before you do that?
Sure.
The Psyche
Actually-
Escara is a free command, and
Yep.
my Arha Sensei is in range of 2 different spots that are 3 from your portal.
Yeah, I could also have.
You might want
Smithy.
Core to get the finishing hit. Because Core has a really cool long-term thing that every time you get a kill with him, your portal moves closer.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of start rocketing out of it. I don't know that I want your portal to move, but I think that would probably be your ideal play.
Are you saying that I shouldn't have moved my cultist?
Oh no, your cultist is fine. Your Ascara is free since you've played an Enlightened.
Yep.
So you can come out
So
and smack
I
me
can move
for
the
4.
Ascara up, yep, to there.
And now my sensei
now
is
bring
taken
Core up.
4, and Core can do the rest of the work himself. And when Core hits Sensei, Sensei goes splat, splat, splat all the way home. And you get to move your portal 1 space of your choosing. Probably straightforward, but you know. Could be wherever you want. And, yep, exactly.
All right.
Core is cool. If you can get that to go off enough times, it starts to get silly.
All right, so I think I've done everything now. Thanks for the heads up on the...
No problem. That's why you drafted Ascara in the first place. For nonsense like that and controlling zones. Oh, nope, he doesn't untap. Okay, so play all. I have a draw with the Dreamscape Diviner, which is going to double my power, but I'm not going to play the Shade yet. I'm going to use my 2 Apprentices on the Pollen Pixie, because it goes straight into my hand. Then I can play the Pollen Pixie, setting off the Taian Allegiance to get me 4 runes back for the 2 I spent, and giving me more power before I double. So I have 4 more runes to spend on this market, which are going to be for Luro the Hunter. And now I have 1, 2, 3, plus 4 is 7, plus 2 is 9. Double that, I have 18 power, and all of my champions deal double damage. 18 power. I did not get my Dreamscape Diviner's Allegiance, so none of my guys are super speedy, which is real disappointing. No, looking around at this board, this is real disappointing. Alright, so an easy thing to do is Nihil Bomber for 2 of my 18, so I've got 16 left. Kill the Cultist. Then the Prime for 3 of my remaining 16, so I'm down to 13. Can take a step this way. Kill a Cultist. Prime allows me to return.
You could have blown up Prime, too.
Yeah, I think I'll pass that.
Super
I think
high
I'll
level
pass
play,
that.
right?
And then Prime will return a construct to me from my discard pile. So taking a look around to see what would be the best one for me to have. And I think at this stage of the game, I would like Prime himself to get this Wild Bark Mail so that he's not slowed by Forest in the future. And now he has 10 defense and starts being a little chunkier. Alright, so I was down to 13 power left. All I've got left over here is the Reactor Monk, who I am going to choose not to use. So 13 power is enough for every... Actually, I guess I will use him just because I can't even have that many cultists. I will step him 1 space. I don't want the treasure that badly. And I will spam cultist after cultist after cultist after cultist after cultist. I think that is all the 3 moves away from me spots that I can put my line of cultists.
I can only do my Core's ability once per turn, though. Is that true?
Not exactly. If you can get you can only command him once per turn, but if you can give him a second attack, or if you can get something that readies him again, he can totally do his slay more than once on a turn if he kills more than once.
Because I'm saying that line of cultists is getting pretty tempting to try to
Oh,
do that. And,
oh,
and
it
just
is.
bring the spawn point
But
right
then
next
the line
to
of
it. But
cultists will just surround Core and sit on him, saying, "This point is mine," and
Yes.
that's it.
All right.
Someone in the chat commented that is cultist spam the hard way.
Yes.
I ran out of
Alrighty.
things to command. I had enough power for everything.
All right. So I've got 4, 5, 6 runes and 7 command.
I didn't have a buff with it. I didn't get to play a Lifebound that or an Enlighten that turn. Although now that you say it, I could have returned an Enlighten construct and then set it off, but I'm good. Someone was just commenting on that too, so feel free.
Yep. All right, so let me start with my 6 runes. I'll take a Flourishing Druidess,
All right.
an ambush, toss one of the initiate one of those dudes. I'm gonna leave that open for a second because
Okay.
I'm gonna do this again possibly. So I still have 4 runes left. I'm gonna grab the Spiteful Gladiator. I will throw away another initiate.
All right.
I've already played this turn.
Bye-bye starter deck. We don't need you
And with
anymore.
my last, we don't need them, right? And then I still have 2 runes left. I'm gonna use one of them to take Shadow Elemental.
Do you have 2
That'll
or
go in the
1?
I had 6. Oh yeah, I have 1. I have 1. I have 1.
Still
So this will
enough.
be all my buy. Still enough. My math isn't that bad. If I play, that goes into hand.
And now you get to command
And
a
that will be
cultist for
fun.
free.
Yes.
And you could blow him up, but I assume you don't want to.
No. So that's all my money.
You have 1 free cultist, and it looks like 7 power.
7. Yep. Alright, I will move. What's Prime's defense?
Prime's defense is 10 right now with his 4/2 construct buffs.
And the bomber?
The bomber
like
has
5 or
3
6.
defense and is totally accessible.
Yeah. I don't know, this might
No one really cares about the bomber.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like you have a movement buff. Dun dun dun.
I do. But I don't think I can kill Prime. As you're saying, Prime's at total, was it 9 or 10?
Prime's at 10, so it looks like you will
Yeah.
be unable to crack that particular bank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is the only reason I gave him that other one. Well, that and +4 movement and not slowed by forest makes him really mobile. I've always liked mobility.
I don't know. This might not be the best move, but I can move core, so I'm going to do that with a movement buff and hop onto the portal.
Hop onto the center and get a slay effect and control point.
Yes.
Points are good.
Yes.
I've been told
So-
that points help.
So there's that too. That's
Alright.
more than enough.
Plenty. And core can hop right onto the portal itself, kill my cultist,
Okay.
dead, 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 and you get your slay effect. Inching it forward. Alright, so that was 3 of your 7.
Yep.
4 power and 1 cultist left. Sure, that'll work.
I'll bring
2 left.
and I definitely have Mechana Allegiance running here since I got
Sure
multiple
do.
of
You've
those
got
cards
5
running.
movement if you
So-
pull out the speedies.
Yep, and pull Speed Racer out and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab the treasure.
Very nice. Being in range of a treasure from your spawn point. What an awesome
And now
core.
I'm gonna grab the free cultist and go 1, 2, 3.
Very nice.
End turn.
Alright, first thing I do is play Void Rage, draw a card. It's just more buying power. So my champions have +2 damage. I'm going to spend 3, 4, 5 to purchase the Arbiter of the Precipice. Gives my Void champions +5 and allows me to command something for free. The thing that I am going to command for free is... Oof. Don't want to step out of there. I don't want to step into there. Don't want to move off of that. Looks like I'm going to command my Arha Sensei for free and just bring him up behind this wall of cultists.
Okay.
Then with my normal 2 power, I will bring the Nihil Bomber 1, 2, 3 movement points, and then
Uh-oh.
4 movement points using a treasure from my hand.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to blow up everything. He has received +2, 3, and 5 bonuses. So he's got 14 power to everything in this little cluster, killing the Psyche, the Cultist, the Core, and himself.
That might be game. I thought I was safe in running over on this side.
That
That's
was
why
a
I was
pretty
running-
good bet, but then the Nihil decided to be silly. Alright,
Yep.
so Bomber, Cultist, Core, Ascara, cards. Alright. But that was all of my power and all of my free command. I only have 3 runes left to spend, and I don't see any ambush effects, and I don't want to flip you other good ambush effects. There's no point in me messing around with it. I will end my turn taking 2 points.
All right. I'm gonna feed the Arbiter before I do the draws.
Okay.
So, and do the acquire the card cost 4 or less. mean,
Since
the
there
game's
are
over
no
at this point,
4
but,
or less, I would do your Arbiter draws first. Trying to look, is there anything you can easily kill? Prime's got too much defense before you get a 4. You should do the Arbiter draw first.
What about putting the Void Speaker in to give a +4 bonus on the Allegiance? What's wrong with that?
Nothing particular other than the Arbiter of the Precipice will make you banish something. So if you spend
but
your 1 rune, you're going to have to get rid of something
Oh,
else.
you're right. I don't have anything to. Yeah. I don't have anything. Yeah, you're right, because I don't have one to burn. Yep.
You're just too
Oh, no,
light
no,
on
no, I
things
do.
to burn.
If I take the Temple Librarian and grab the Void.
But I think you're hoping the Librarian gets you something so that the Smithy gets double attack and can kill Prime.
Yeah. All right. So you're right. I'll just take the 2
Well,
draws.
it's all a bit of one, a bit of another. I think I would take a
Yeah.
look at all of it and then decide what's my best thing to get rid of here. For example, as awesome as that shade thing is, there's nothing within range of your living cultists or portal.
Yeah.
I think it might be time for the thing to go away. That'll work. All right.
All right. So this is done.
It is perhaps times for a fishing expedition on these 1-costers.
Yeah.
Kind of feels bad, but at the same time, you really need a 4 to flip so that you can power up the smithy. Is it a 4? Nope. But there's another one. One more shot at it. Is it a 4? Nope. Alright, so now you have to make your decision. Is anything the Temple Librarian can get you something you want in your deck?
Not really.
Then,
well, actually, the Void Rager is a neutral card. It's a draw card. It doesn't hurt.
Alright.
So I'll take that
So
as the
Void
freebie.
Rager for free off of the Temple, and that just
Now I'm
leaves
done.
all your power and construct-y stuff. You have 4 power and a construct to work with. My Reactor Monk has 12 defense. My Prime has 10 defense, and your Smithy does not have double attack, unfortunately. If he did, it would be a dead Prime day.
Say that last part again. Why can't I do double attack with the Smithy?
You have to have purchased a card that costs 4 or greater,
And I only did the 2s. Yep. I
and
couldn't.
no matter how much you fished, no 4-cost card appropriately came, even though you could acquire it for free. If it
Yep.
had,
Yeah.
now don't forget Tyrannix
No,
is also a free command this turn because of the Rocket Courier, but I don't
Yep.
think he can reach anything, even with the +2 movement. But he has it.
Oh, because the rocket will give it a +2. Is that true?
Yeah. Actually, you know what you probably should do? You should probably just command the Mechana Initiate and run up and kill a cultist and see if your double draw off Dogs of War changes your decisions. Maybe that Dogs of War draw will do something. It's not a great plan, but I don't know what you've got going on.
Yeah.
Prime and
Actually, I think I just concocted a weird plan.
Okay, that treasure can do something
All right,
cool.
I've got it. Yeah. And what's Prime's defense again?
Prime's defense is 10. If you have a 5, 6, or 7 damage thing, you should go smack him in the face.
Wait, you said his defense is 10?
His defense is 10.
Yeah.
if you have either a 2 movement to super speedy the Tyrannix, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, a 2 boot on Tyrannix or a 5 or greater attack on the Smithy would allow you to kill Prime and get your draws that way, and to control a point, which would be good.
All right. So I'm gonna put whoops,
Tyrannix.
on there, and my command points total is just a
Well,
4.
he's free now. You have
Okay.
played a construct, so Tyrannix can be commanded for free.
for free. Yep. All right. I still have the 4. All right. So I'll do that as the free, and now he has a move of 5.
Sure does. I take it he's going to go 7.
He is.
Oh, it's
1,
awesome.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll show you my token.
Huzzah! And Tyrannix with that +2 damage is exact change to kill Prime. I have no treasures left. Bye-bye Prime. Which gives you your Dogs of War double effectively slay trigger thing. Doesn't like you, huh?
Put this in the void. It's not letting me put it into
It's
the
all
void.
about your camera angle, so I'll drop it for you.
Oh, okay, thank
Your
you.
hand at the bottom of your screen is always there. So if you get too close to the bottom of your view, it'll try to put it in your hand instead. Okay. So
Now I can draw the 2 cards.
yeah. You've still got 4 power left. You've got whatever these 2 cards give you.
Sorry, I put too many cards. I'm not looking what they are. What should I do?
It looks like you
I
got
too many
2.
cards. Oh, I got 2? Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, draw
Yeah, I
2
thought I
cards.
had
It's
drawn-
great.
I'm at a weird angle here. And it looked like I drew more than 2 cards.
All right. So you have played the Dogs of War because you're using its draw effect. You now have the Inferno Templar, and the Shadow Elemental's not very exciting, unfortunately, for this turn. So maybe you use a Keeper and swap it for something? Maybe you don't. You can always put a Pollen Pixie straight into hand with your 2 runes from the Inferno Templar. Are there any 3 rune characters out here? There are. Okay, there's options. You can do some stuff.
Last turns.
Last turns?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Totally good with that.
Pollen Pixie. I'll just pick Pollen Pixie. And is there anything good with 4 from the Keeper?
I would say
Oh yeah,
that
Plasma Rig.
swapping the Shadow Elemental for a Plasma Rig would be a good idea. Yeah, I'd swap Shadow Elemental for Plasma. And then go control as many points as you can.
Yep. So I'm going to take the Plasma Rig as my freebie.
Yep. Well, kind of freebie. You had to kill something, but the shadow didn't matter anyway. Would you like me to void it for you?
Yeah, just void it.
Bye.
Does that mean I don't? That means I don't get the
No free
the
cultists.
cultist from that, right? That's fine. That was good to kind of
All right, so left to spend, you have 2, 4, 6, 8 power, and a Plasma Rig to put on something.
Yep. I'll put the Plasma Rig on Mechana.
All right.
I also Ascara is free because of the Keeper of Secrets.
Yep.
Don't know that it's really going to matter since it's last turn, but I'll just run up. And what am I left with now?
Might as well move the Mechana and take a point in the center.
Yeah, or I could 1, 2. I can go. Oh, actually, I can't. I actually can go here and maybe punch you.
It wouldn't kill me.
So what's your defense?
You have 7,
9?
and he has
Yeah,
10, 12.
All right, so I'll just go here and get the point. Oops, maybe.
All right,
And that's it.
sounds solid. And then, do you want me to take this little finish the thing because I finish it with this hand or not?
Sure, go for it, man. No
All
worries.
right, so I've got a draw.
You
I got
help me
another
talk through
draw.
stuff, so
I've got a ton of power, and I've got extra movement and double attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can give all of the power bonuses to the Arha Sensei and send him 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to get here. Then I can just command a cultist to come up here, and that's all I need to do to limp it home for an official victory.
huzzah.
Alrighty, and then let's
Well, thanks
go.
for talking this through, because this is...
No problem. Hopefully it's
had
been
never played a
helpful.
game until yesterday, so...
Do you like Ascension Tactics?
I do. I have to kind of think about it a little more, but
I really like the co-op mode. If you haven't tried that, I feel like it's
No, I
a
haven't
really... I'm surprised how much I like the co-op mode, actually.
Well, I've tried the solo, which is that the same as
It's
the co-op
basically
mode?
the same, but co-op, you double the score that you need to get. You don't
Yeah.
change the score they need to get, and then you each have 3 champions to work with. Alright, so let's pop back to lobby, make sure they know it's done. I already submitted it. Hello again.